Hello, I hope you've been doing well. I'm Matteo. I'm a pop music producer, and my job is to help artists turn their song ideas into finished productions that they are proud of. This week, I had Ryan at the studio. Now, Ryan, believe it or not, has been working with me for, wait for it, 9 years. He's actually one of the very first artists to trust me with one of his productions. So it's so great to still be working with him till this day. This week, we worked on some song ideas that Ryan had that he intends on developing into an EP. And right after our last session, we had a chat and we spoke about his journey as an artist. We spoke about what we did that week and how we, turned all his voice notes into, demos that we can actually proceed with now and produce into his EP. And we also spoke about some other interesting things, such as co-writing and the use of AI in music production. I think you'll find this interesting. Have a listen.
Ryan, oh my God, what a week it's been.
Yes.
How are you
It's
feeling?
been a great week. Oh, so good. I'm happy with a lot of the things we managed to achieve and the experimentation we kind of went through as well to find the right kind of sounds, the right balance with things. I know it's still works in progress, but I think it's a really good base for the vision that we kind of have for this body of work. So I'm really proud of that.
So good to hear. It's so good to
Yes.
hear. So Ryan and I have just spent like a whole week, Monday to Friday, just focusing only on our music, and your music. So we, it was quite intensive. We were focusing just on this, but I think that's allowed us to, really, be focused and really dialed into just that.
Yep.
Ryan, like we were joking earlier that like we've been working together for 9 years, nearly a decade.
9
So
years.
Ryan, you were
My
one
goodness.
of the first people ever to to trust me with a production. So I'm very grateful that you're still here. First of all,
I'm grateful for you taking that on back then. So otherwise all of this wouldn't have happened. So yeah,
luckily. So
9 years.
9 years. So Ryan, like as an artist, how do you feel that how do you feel that you've changed in 9 years? Like what was the difference between Ryan then and Ryan now?
It's interesting. I mean, it's been a journey of trying to find my kind of style, and experimenting with songwriting back then felt like more of an expression of trying to say what I wanted to say without the usual kind of language. I mean, music is all about expression and being able to feel free. So songwriting kind of allowed me to delve into that kind of journey. I think along the years, my style has kind of changed, but I feel it's also stayed the same. So it's kind of morphed into a more personal kind of sound that might resonate with. I don't know. It's just there for the sake of expression. It's not there to be, I don't know, commercialized or whatever. It's just there for the feels.
Yes. No, and like I really appreciate that. Like a lot of people approach songwriting, because they'll have a purpose, and your purpose was, is self-expression and creativity, and I think that's that's very valuable. And I really appreciate that. That's the way you look into it, you think about it, and approach it. Ryan, like as you had said, like most of these songs you wrote, along the years. Some of them are a bit older, some of them are maybe 5 years old as songs. So
Yep. Yeah. 5, 6. I think some of them. I mean, I've went through a period of like a lot of writing and then kind of stalled as well, and then. But it happens, I guess,
Natural,
with inspiration. It doesn't always hit. I'm not the type of artist that can just make myself sit at the piano and come up with a song. Like I want to feel that I wish to that I have that inspiration to write down something. So it just always comes from the heart. I find that for me personally, at least, that's where a more authentic writing session comes along. So I have to be in that right
to be inspired.
frame and my mindset. Yes, my mind space. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. What drove you to start producing these songs now after all that time? Why now?
Yeah, it's been on my back burner for quite a while, as you know. I mean,
Yes,
we've
for sure,
discussed
for
it for so long. And I finally got the courage to actually push myself to do it. I mean, I've always been very self-doubtful of myself and what I write. Like, you always have these burning questions at the back of your mind, whether people are going to, well, whoever is listening to the music, what they're going to think or what they're going to. But then I kind of figured out, I really want to do this for me. And just it's been a dream for so long, I kind of feel like I just want to allow myself to experience this kind of fulfilling moment. So that's what this is, and I feel so happy that I finally got to do it.
Yes. And there's so much, there's so much left in terms of like the process. This is just the beginning. So
Yes, I'm really looking forward to
that. Ryan, yes, one of the things we did this week, which was very exciting, was that we brought in, another writer, someone completely new to our process. So it was Celine Love, which it's Celine. I've worked with Celine for a long time now, and it's always great working with her. But Ryan, for you, it was one of the first experiences writing with someone else.
Yes, that's right. I've only written a couple of songs with other collaborators in the past, but I think this was one of the first times that I was writing a song with someone else for myself. So this was a very important moment for me, and in terms of I was very open to the idea. I really, really wanted to do that. And but I wanted to do it under the right circumstances, and I feel that this was very much the right moment. I mean, producing these songs as a collection, as a body of work, I felt like I really needed to find something that fits in there, but also have this extra special element to it. And I feel like having someone like Celine really, really gave me the chance to find that something that was just a bit missing. So I'm so happy. And Celine's such a lovely person to have worked with. I'm so happy.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I know that you were a bit nervous before the session. We did play that, but it sounds like that the nerves went pretty quickly.
Out the window, yes. Or out the door in this game. No, I mean, as a person, I get very anxious whenever I meet new people, with any kind of situation in life, not just with music. But so yes, that nervousness has come from that place. But I felt so comfortable from the very beginning when I met Celine. So I thank you for actually suggesting the idea, and I was so grateful for it, for having that opportunity.
Will you want to work with other people in the future? Do you think that changed your mentality of how you're going to write?
Definitely. I mean, I've always observed other artists do it and collaborating with each other, and it's a really magical thing to know that it goes beyond just even. It's not about having the credit of having written a song, but it's just about so many different options that a simple melody can just deviate into so many other, and without us having a second or third brain to kind of workshop an idea, it makes any possibility so endless, and that is just
true.
Mind-blowing,
Yes, of course. Like, I feel like we would have never come up with that on our own, and I think for anyone listening, stay tuned, because that song is really good. All of the songs we did this week are really good, all of them. Ryan, I mean, like this was something new for me as well, so I'll probably chime in here as well, but we experimented a bit with the use of AI in the process. So,
yes.
So what we did was Ryan had recorded like voice memos, simple demos of his songs
on a phone.
A few years ago, and like he brought them in. So one of the things that we tried to do was to feed those songs to an AI. It's Suno, and it's got the ability to basically create sort of cover versions of it based on prompts. We use this to sort of try and inspire ourselves and understand what direction take the songs into. We didn't end up like taking any actual sound from them and putting them into our songs. So it was, for us, it was very much a situation of using it as an inspiration.
Oh, yes.
I still don't know how I feel about this. I find it to be very scary. But what was the experience like for you?
It was interesting. I think it was a surprise to me. I had no idea something like this existed to begin with. But again, having had recorded my demos at home with just a piano and vocal, that in itself is kind of limiting to a certain sound or a certain style, especially a piano being such a rigid instrument itself. But as I had played these songs in the past, you always have this kind of vision of how it sounds in my head, like how I wanted it to sound. So having prompted this AI to kind of give you an example of how it could sound in that style that I would have imagined, it takes at the click of a button. It takes so much time. So that's when it helps, because it can either tell you that, you know, that is completely wrong,
The direction
your
is completely
vision,
wrong. Yeah.
or else it can give you that actual push to say, okay, so I'm onto something here. You know? But the beauty of it is that I think the trick of it is not listening to it so much.
No, exactly.
So I think you have it. Just take a hint of it. Okay, so that sounds good, and then you work on the production.
Exactly. No, that's very clever. I think that's a good approach. Sort of just listening once, being like, okay, that direction, what we're thinking makes sense. So might as well, you know, just carry on and do it ourselves. And I think, you know, there were times where we started with a direction that we got from like what happened today in the session today. We had a direction from the Suno, and then ended up doing something completely different because as the process started to realize that there were stronger ways of doing that. So I mean, you know, it's going to be interesting looking back in a few years to see, you know, where we are with technology then. But yeah, for us it was a good experience this time around.
Yes, I mean, it helps, but again, as long as you don't let it take over the whole process or whatever. I think
not fun.
Not at all. Not at all. You know, and music is not about that. It's about expressing yourself. So, you know, AI is a machine after all. So it will not know what you wanted to express after all.
Exactly. I think, you know, especially with someone like you, you know, you're obviously you're so musical yourself. You know, you're a musician yourself. You understand details. And, you know, with a tool like that, you cannot be intentional about every single detail. Whilst when we're working together, we're intentional about like every note, every voicing of every chord,
placement,
like the kinds of reverbs we use. So yeah, that can never happen with that. So I think I'm glad we're thinking the same way, because this was one of my first times using it in the process, and you know, so
that's cool.
Ryan, one last question for you. After this week, what's next? What's next with this project?
Well, this is just the beginning. I mean, we'll probably go through some sessions and, you know, revisiting, reworking, or perhaps fine-tuning some parts, because some of them are just already brilliant, you know. Hopefully it will lead to a release of a collection. I mean, we've been saying EP for now, but so that's the main idea. That I think will probably be the more realistic idea, and perhaps a couple of singles leading up to that. But I think that is, for now, that is the plan. So
excellent. That's very exciting.
Which again has been something on my mind for years. So I'm finally got the courage to actually work on this.
Yeah. I'm so excited for you, and thank you once again for, you know, trusting me with the process.
Oh my gosh, always. You know, I trust you, and you get me. You get my vision from the get-go. So I'm so happy, and thank you for this opportunity, because it was such a blast. Thank you
so much. I'm glad. And you know, I want to extend that to you. Like, thank you so much for coming here, Ryan. You are, you know, I've said this a million times, you're extremely talented. Like there's something pure and special about the way you write and the way you sing. And yeah, I can't wait till everyone gets to hear the brilliant music we're working on.
So excited.
Thank you again,
you.
Ryan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sticking around. I hope that you found that conversation interesting and maybe a bit inspiring too. Please like the video if you enjoyed that conversation, and yeah, subscribe to this channel so that I can bring you a lot more content like this very soon. If you are looking for a music producer or someone to help you with your music, please do get in touch. I'll be leaving details of how to get in touch with me in the description below. In the meantime, I hope you're well, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.